Good morning, folks. Just passed max allocation on take profit. Made around 4,500, 4,600 per account. So I took a loss. I forgot what day of the week it is, or it was, but I took a loss essentially, which then basically required me to make more than originally. I believe it took me 3 trading days to do. It took me days wise much longer because I waited over the weekend, yada yada yada. But the accounts got passed in it might have been 4 trading days. I'm not sure. I need to pull up the stats when they refresh. But yeah, just passed on. Let's jump into the accounts. But yeah, there we got all the accounts pulled up right there. There's the statistics, numbers on all of them. But yeah, so there's everything, take profit, evals obviously, and then I'll give it a refresh just so you guys aren't skeptical of anything. But there we go for everything numbers wise. So I'm going to essentially be breaking down why I entered the trade, and essentially what I saw specifically to enter the trade. In this video, I didn't really get to record the actual execution, and the only reason why that is because of the fact that my recording software is just glitching out when I went to go record it, which is unfortunate because I would have just recorded it live, but I guess not. And another thing, I also opened a leverage position for $2,000 at 15.5x leveraged on Ethereum. I'm currently only down 10% on that position, but essentially I'm looking for longs. My stop loss got edged by literally by $4 on Ethereum. It's nuts. I'll show you guys that right now too. So boom, we got that pulled up. But yeah, so I was anticipating longs. I was up like $1,000 right here, but I was asleep. I wouldn't have closed it anyways, but it just kind of sucks. But yeah, I was up at band here. I'm anticipating 2,500 to 2,600. And if that happens, these are the statistics in terms of numbers. So if Ethereum goes to 20,550, I'll be up 7 grand. And this is not including my spot, like my original. So the total position will be worth like $9,000 from $2,000. So I'll be holding to 2,550 for roughly like a 335% return. I might get stopped out on this, but even if I get stopped out on this, I only lose like $800. So I'm not really tripping. But yeah, so I'm pretty hyped and super hyped for Ethereum leverage trading. It's like a new thing that I kind of want to get into. But yeah, so and then also I think we had like 25 members or 20 members pass funded accounts, and like out of those, I want to say 15 were payouts. So let's jump into that, and then we'll jump into the actual trade breakdown. So Ari got a $2,300 payout. Blake first payout took a small one, buy more evals, can't celebrate yet. So my G got a $600 payout. Names D on both XFA accounts, he requested 650 times 2. My G is absolutely cooking. Names D is cooking. Passed 550K accounts today. Always passing combines. Haven't got a payout yet. Hoping this will be the one that I get, and it will for Tay specifically. My G. Tuki just passed my funded thanks to Salmon and God. My G. It's all really God, bro. And then dead wrong. My G. $2,172 payout. He got. And then passed the funded thanks to God and Salmon, of course, hard work. My G Jacob passed the funded too. My G's absolutely cooking, so we got the account balance there. My G got us with the trade breakdown and execution for that one. 4K on the alpha, 150K first day, bro. Literally 4K the first day on that account. Good stuff, Soy. PA's hoarded, model stills plays out, $1,000 till passed, funded times 2. My G deep pockets. Faisal said Eid's gonna hit hard this week. My G's up this year. But yeah, I missed a bunch of members, specifically getting a bunch of stuff like up here. I know I covered some of that, but yeah, the members are just absolutely murking right now, murking. But yeah, they just been honestly putting in work, and it's directly reflecting with everything, right? Like everyone's saying payouts, everyone's saying fundeds, everyone's saying X, Y, and Z things, and it's all just reflecting on all their hard work. So if you are currently succeeding and it's just like a weird feeling and you're like, no way, this is real life, just understand it's a direct correlation with how hard you are working, and continue to work hard. And this is for everyone, even maybe if you're not even in the Discord. If you're finally starting to see results, and consistent results, not one-hit wonders, but consistent results, it is your hard work and a direct reflection to your hard work. Be careful though, because just because you got one payout or one funded account pass does not mean you've made it, right? But being able to be consistent day in, day out in terms of your P&L, in terms of everything, that means you're doing something right. So be very proud of yourself and happy if that is you. But if it's not, you got work to do, and I want you to work harder. But yeah, so max allo done. We covered that. Covered the Ethereum position. I think we're now only down 10% on that Ethereum position. So literally in the span of minutes, this Ethereum position moves so fast. Like we literally move like $40 every second. Like I'm literally watching the P&L fluctuate right now, and it's literally like $40 every second. But yeah, my stop loss got edged. I might get stopped out on this. I'm just kind of cracked out right now because I pulled up an all-nighter. I accidentally fell asleep on my bed. I put my head down. It was one of those situations where I put my head down for 1 minute, and then I wake back up, and it's a different time. But yeah, anyways, we'll jump into the breakdown, essentially what I saw, what I was anticipating, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's break it down, and I will see you guys in there. Alrighty, y'all. So this was the trade, and I was anticipating roughly 10:30 to reverse higher. The reason why I was anticipating is just that specifically is because of how much we've displaced. So market opens here. This is roughly 9:30 market open. We're seeing extreme displacement lower. We were already down, close to 300, 400 points. I'm anticipating a rebalance at least a little bit up higher, maybe into the SIBI, to then sell off, which we are doing now. So I only needed like 50 something points, like 52, 53 points to pass. So essentially that's what I targeted. Waited for displacement, saw displacement with this candle, waited for the rebalance, slapped my entry on at the rebalance, stop loss here. This was essentially this was my stop loss. And the reason why was because this buy side imbalance I wanted to see get respected. So this buy side imbalance would essentially get disrespected off of the break of this candle wick here, right? So ideally I wanted to target, right, a little bit higher. We ended up making SMT here, which was nice that I could have gotten out earlier. So I targeted 53 points, a little bit into this SIBI, right? Price rebalances here, and the trade gets hit, and the take profit gets hit in 2 candles. So solid trade. Really happy with my execution. We are now selling off, right? We made this high with SMT, come back down lower, rebalance higher, sweep out these highs, SIBI here, right? Discord members, you know the algorithmic signature specifically here that I always talk about. We're seeing it in real time, and now we are seeing displacement lower. So yeah, that's ideally what my trade idea was. We also saw this inverse on the 5-minute. So these are all the individual specific contexts that to the marketplace that I was looking at. And now I'm going to bed because I pulled an all-nighter. It's fasting month if you guys don't know. So my sleep schedule has just kind of been all over the place because I have to wake up at like 4 a.m. to eat. But yeah, so thank God everything is good. Past those 550K accounts. And now my plan, I still need like, I think like 1 or 2 trading days until the accounts are active and up and ready to go. So that being the case, I'll probably trade my live account for the rest of the week. And then coming next week, I'll trade these accounts, right? So that's what I'll essentially be wanting to do. And yeah, my plan with them is start off to get above buffer. I'm going to start off with 2 mini contracts probably. Get above buffer, and then from there up into like 3 mini contracts. Try to get 1 payout minimum of like $2,000 per account, which would equivalent to a $10,000 payout. Then from there, once I've gotten a $10,000 payout, then start scaling in terms of my risk. Start trading 4 to 5 mini contracts, and then try to secure another $2,000 per account payout. And I just try to rinse and repeat that as many times as possible. So my total cost on these accounts will be roughly $1,600. So if I can get a 10K payout, that's a 10x, close to 10x return on my money, and I'm essentially happy with that. So I base everything off of like the return on my initial spend. Like a lot of people will ask me like, why don't you look for longevity with funded accounts? It's just because these funded companies, like even I trade one of the best funded companies, and I still don't like trust them fully, and the only reason why that is I just don't trust funded companies. I don't know the longevity to them. There's funded companies that go down left and right randomly, and I don't want to park my money there. I would rather request the money as soon as possible and effective immediately and dump it into my live account. That's what I essentially do. So my whole goal with fundeds are not longevity. I'm just looking for consistency and consistent payouts. And the specific firm that I trade with, Take Profit, allows me to do that at a really high and good rate of return. So I love Take Profit. Same day payouts are just a blessing from God. And I love it. So that's just how I structure my funded trading and what I look for. I don't look for longevity at all whatsoever on these funded accounts. But anyways, that's the trade breakdown. That's proof of everything, just being transparent with you guys. I told you guys with these accounts, I'm going to be fully transparent with you, break down my entries, break down everything. This was done with roughly 4 mini contracts to achieve the numbers that you have seen. So pretty excited. We'll get into trading these accounts next week on Monday, and then hopefully start to build that buffer. I'll start off with 2 mini contracts on my size. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. I love you guys. You guys know where to find me. You guys know where to DM me. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I will also be dropping a psychological video tonight. And if you guys literally need anything, let me know. DM me on any social media platform. And I'll be leaving the Discord and the best funded firm. You get 50% off if you want to use my code in the circle in all caps. You get 50% off any evaluation. Little affiliate I got cooking, giving back to the people. And I'll leave my Discord in the link in the bio if you want to learn how to do this as well. Anyways, love you guys. I will see you guys in tonight's psychological video and lecture.